Hello everyone. Good morning children. How are you all? I hope you all well. So today we are going to start a last lecture and lecture number 8 of chapter 6. So ready? Chapter 6 Forms of Business Organization 2. Today is the last lecture of this chapter. Come to the page number 58. So in last lecture we have learned about the formation procedure for formation of company. In this topic there is a two part. First one is the promotion and the another one is the procedure to obtain certificate of incorporation. And in this procedure, in promotion there is a 4 point. First one is the idea of promotion of a company. Second one is the primary and detailed investigation. Third, mobilization of resource. And fourth, financial agreement arrangement. And the part 2 for procedure to obtain certificate of incorporation. First one is memorandum of association. There is a six closed. First, name closed. Second, address of registered office. Third, object clause. Fourth, liability clause. Fifth, capital closed. And sixth, association closed. Second is article of association. Third is list of director. Fourth, written consent of director. Fifth, declaration of interest in other company. Sixth, statement of fulfillment of provision of law. So now we are going to start a new topic. So moving on next topic, that is a difference between partnership and a company. So there is total 11 points of difference between partnership firm and a company. So point of difference is a very, I mean to say, it is compulsory to write down in examination. If you don't write, then you don't get score. So you have to write a point of difference in exam. So first, establishment process. So in a partnership firm, establishment process is easy and voluntary registration, no separate legal entity. Whereas in company, lengthy and complicated compulsory registration and separate legal identity. Numbers of member in partnership firm, there is minimum 2% and maximum according to Companies Act 2013 100 and according to Companies Act 2014 clause number 10 there is a maximum is 50. And in a company there is a minimum number of member is 7 and maximum unlimited in public company, and whereas a private company there is a 2 minimum and 200 maximum. Now capital, so can procure less capital comparatively in partnership firm, whereas in a company there is a large scale through issue of shares. Next, transfer of part or interest. Partner cannot transfer his part or interest without the consent of other partners. That is, if any partner want to transfer his shares or interest, so he has to uh, take consent of other partners. Whereas in a company, there is no restriction of transfer his part. Member can easily and freely transfer their share. So there is a restriction on transfer of share of a private company. Liability of partner is unlimited in partnership firm, and in the company firm, shareholders are not personally liable for the debt of a company by limited liability. Next one is management. Partner themselves manage the firm, and management of company is by director elected by shareholder. Life of partnership firm. So dissolution of partnership due to death or insolvency or insanity of any partner. Thus the life is very short in partnership firm. Whereas in company Existence does not end in the circumstance of death, because company and the members of company both are have a different per identity. So, insolvency, insanity, there is no end of companies. Thus, the life is very long. Then, maintenance of secrecy. In a partnership firm, secrecy of business can be maintained, whereas in a company, there is difficult to maintain secrecy. Next, flexibility. Partnership firm is flexible, and in a company, there is a difficult flexibility. Personal contact. In a partnership firm, partners can maintain direct contact with employee and customer, and whereas in company, so lack of such personal contact. Next, winding up. So, in the end of the partnership can be as a contract or the circumstance determined by law or at will of partner. And in the company, winding of company is through fulfillment of law. So here we learned about the difference between partnership firm and company. There is total 11 point. First one is establishment procedure. Second one is number of members. Third one capital. Fourth transfer of partner of share interest. Fifth liability. Sixth management. Seven life. Eight maintenance of secrecy. Flexibility, personal contact, and winding up. So now, in 2 minutes, you just revise this all the point of difference with detail, and then we'll start the next difference, private and public company. So now just revise this in 2 minutes. Done? Good. Now private company and public company. So there is total 9 points of difference. So private company. So first, number of member. So in a private company, we all know there is a minimum number is 2 and the maximum 200. And in public company, minimum number is 7 and maximum not restriction. Then transfer of share. So in a private company, put some restriction on the transfer of share through its article, whereas in a public company, there is no restriction of transfer of share. It can be easily transfer the share. Then, in private company, invitation to the public cannot invite a public to subscribe the share or debenture and cannot issue the prospectus also. Whereas in a company can invite a public to subscribe the share or debenture by issue of prospectus. One person company. Private company can be one man company. One person company can enter into contract with only one member who is a director. Whereas in a public company cannot be a one person company and public cannot do such contract. Number of director in a private company must be minimum 2 director, and in a public company there is a minimum 3 directors, and out of them one director must be a woman. Next, name of the company. Private limited words are to be inserted after the name of private company with limited liability and the word private in the name of the private company with unlimited liability. And the word limited is inserted after the name of public company with the limited liability. Next point, article of association. So is to be prepared and get registered compulsorily with the registrar of company in part public company, and in a private company or in a public company, there is a model article stated in Schedule 1 are applicable automatically in case article are not prepared. Whereas in a private company, article of association is to be prepared and get registered. In a private company, there is a no provision of minimum subscription, and the public company, the provision of minimum subscription is applicable. Issue of new share. In a public company, private company, issue of new share can be offered to the person other than the existing member of a company. Whereas in a public company, issue of new share is to be offered first to the existing member of the company. Now we just revise the head points, to say point of difference of this difference. So first the number of member, next transfer of share, then invitation to public, one person company, number of director, name of company, article of association, minimum subscription, issue of new share. So here we done this difference. So now you just revised it, and then we moving on the next difference. Start the reading and try to learn the point of difference. Okay, complete. Done. Good. So now next, before that we just revise the point of difference for both the differences. First one, partnership firm and company. So point of difference, establishment procedure, number of member, capital. See students, why I repeat the point of difference? Because with the use of or with the help of point of difference, you can write easily detailed information. If you forget any one point in detail, but if you remember the point of difference, then you can write the question answer of that question. That's why I repeat the point of difference and try to learn this point. So first, establishment procedure, number of member, capital, transfer of part or interest, liability, management, life, maintenance of secrecy, flexibility, personal contact, and winding up. Next, difference between private and public company. Point of difference, number of member, transfer of share, invitation to public, one person company, number of director, name of company, article of association, minimum subscription, issue of new share. Now, we'll start the new difference between the cooperative society and company. There is meaning. It is voluntarily association of person on the basis of equality to improve their economic condition. Whereas in a company, it is a voluntarily association of person to earn profit through legal business. See, in cooperative society, there is a no earn profit, and in a company, for business start for the on profit. Then motive. In cooperative society, there is a main motive is a service, economical development, and upliftment of member. And profit of motive of profit is a subsidiary, not a primarily or a essential. And in the company, main motive is profit. Next, number of members. So, in cooperative society, minimum 10 numbers and no provision for maximum number of members. whereas in a company, minimum 7 members and maximum as many as in public company, and in minimum 2 and maximum 200 in private company. See, mostly in a company form there is a two-part, private and public. So mention a different points for the public company and private company. Then next, process of establishment. So in cooperative society, that is a easier establishment procedure compared to the company. And in a company, there is a lengthy and complicated procedure. Then management. So management is run in democratic way, a single vote per member. Whereas in a democratic management is only in a principle in company form, and the concept of democracy become elusive due to vote per share. Then issue of share. Cooperative society can issue the share carrying equal rights and of the same type, and in a company form can issue a preference shares in addition to equity share. Then, in a cooperative society, transfer of shares and end of membership. So, no transfer of share, and members can bring the end of membership by the redemption of share to the society. In company form, shares can be transferred. Then, effect on share capital. So, reduction in capital fund as the member can redeem the share to society. No alteration in capital fund by the purchase and sale of share by the members. Then use of profit. So the profit is used to give a dividend to members and a benefit of member subject to the provision of law. Whereas in a company, some part of a profit is distributed as a dividend of member. So here we done the difference between the cooperative society and company. Just we again revise this, and then we revise all the head points of this chapter. First, the minimum meaning of cooperative society and company. We all know profit motive in a company, and the cooperative society main motive is to provide a service and economic development. And next, to number of member in a cooperative society minimum 10 and maximum no restriction, whereas in a company minimum 7 and maximum not a restriction in a public, and minimum 2 and maximum 200 in private. Process of establishment is easy and cooperative society, whereas in a company form there is a lengthy and complicated procedure. Management is run in democratic way and single vote per member, whereas in a company form vote per share. That's why the democracy become elusive. Issue of share. Cooperative society can issue the share but the equal right of the same type, and in a company form can issue the preference shares in addition to equity share. Then transfer of share. No transfer of share in cooperative society and company. The share can be transferred. And a reduction in capital fund as the member can redeem the share to the society, whereas in a company form, no alteration in capital fund by the purchase and sale of shares by the member. Next, use of profit. Profit is used to dividend to the members and for the benefit of member subject to the provision of law in cooperative society, whereas in a company form some part of profit is distributed as a dividend to the member. So here we done finally this chapter with this topic, and now I just told you what did we learn in this chapter. So first, the meaning of cooperative society, then characteristics of cooperative society, advantages of cooperative society, and limitation of cooperative society. So there is total 11 characteristics of cooperative society, 12 advantages, and 4 limitation. So first characteristics is voluntarily association, easy formation, equality of members, separate identity, democratic management, main motive of service, fair distribution of profit, low price of share, voting right per member, separate institution from politics and religion, unrestricted number of members. Next, advantage of cooperative society: easy formation, perpetual existence, open membership, limited liability of member, government assistance, democratic management, less administrative expense, particular class of customer, strong competitor against trading institution, welfare activity for society, training school for democracy, economic upliftment and growth of member. And the limitation of company, limitation of capital, lack of efficient management, political interference, non-cooperation among the member. Then next, just a second. Then a company, meaning, characteristics, advantage and limitation. And these points we have many a time revised. So now we don't revise that. Now types of company. So first statutory company, second from the viewpoint of number of members. In that there is three: public company, private company and one person company. Then from the viewpoint of control, government company, holding company and subsidiary company. And the fourth one is from the viewpoint of place of registration, there is two: Indian company and foreign company. Then procedure of formation of company. So first promotion, and the second is the procedure to obtain certificate of incorporation. In promotion, idea of promotion of company, primary and detailed investigation, mobilization of resource in financial arrangement. Then next, procedure to obtain certificate of incorporation. My first point, memorandum of association. Next, article of association, list of director, written consent of director, declaration of interest in other company, and statement of fulfillment of provision of law. Then the difference between the partnership firm and company: establishment, number of members, capital, transfer of part or interest, liability, management, life, maintenance of secrecy, flexibility, personal contact, at winding. Then the difference between private company and public company. See, this one kind of a revision. Number of member, transfer of share, invitation to public, one person company, number of director, name of company, article of association, minimum subscription, issue of new share, complete. And the difference between cooperative society and company. So first one, the meaning, then motive, number of member, establishment process, management, shares, transfer of share, effect of one, effect on share capital and use of profit. See, no doubt, and a difference there is a many a points, but you just need to 6 to 7 points for the learning purpose. If you learn all the points, it is very good for you. But for examination, you have to. It must be, or it compulsorily. That is a minimum 6 to 7 points you should learn. Okay. So now here we done this chapter, and your today's homework. Please note down. Write a difference between partnership and company in detail in Fairbook. Write a difference between private company and public company in Fairbook. And write a difference between cooperative society and company in Fairbook. And also write. So again, I repeat the homework. Please note down. Or if you note it down, then you just check. Okay, difference between cooperative society and company, then difference between private and public company, and difference between partnership and company. Write down in Fairbook with detail. So, and also write the procedure of formation of company in Fairbook one time. Okay, done. Good. So here we done this chapter, and from the exercise the important questions is that please trick the important question in answer the following question in detail. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the detailed questions are very important. So just learn it, because आपने एक बार तो होमवर्क में कर दिया है जब भी मैंने वो टॉपिक चलवाया था. Okay, good. And write the one sentence question all. Total 11 one sentence question. Write down in fair note. Okay, good. And also refer the MCQs. So goodbye everyone. Here we done this lecture. I hope you all enjoy a lot, and please be regular in homework and also see the all video lectures of all the subjects. Okay, goodbye everyone.